Welcome to this special edition of the HyperFast Show. I'm Keri Shull, and today I'm going to be pulling back the curtain and showing you inside how we've trained hundreds of our buyer's agents to close thousands of real estate transactions successfully and billions, that's right, with a B, of dollars of sales volume. Make sure you watch the entire 9-part series. Guys, I want to put money in your pocket and change your lives. So let's get started with part 2, the need behind the need. If you master this, it's going to change your life. Welcome to step 1 of our process. This is Kat. She is going to be our buyer today. And when you think about step 1, it's the needs analysis. And a lot of you could do this in your sleep. However, we recommend that you use a buyer needs profile. Why do we recommend that? Because you may be a unicorn. You may be super talented and able to have all of these conversations. Some of you are doing this without a presentation. But here's the fact. If you don't develop a system, it's not duplicatable, and you can't pass it on to the people that you hire in the future as you scale your business. Now, some of you today are thinking, Keri, I just want to close more buyers. I'm not there. Okay, but if your appetite is to have more freedom in your life and you want to have more income, eventually the key to doing that is more business, right? So we want to see you the system behind everything that you're doing, and that's what we're training you on today. It also makes sure that you don't miss key details when you're meeting with a buyer or a seller, but today we're focusing on the buyers so that you create an amazing experience for the buyer, and that is going to keep them referring you business and everything going better with your process. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. Step 1, we're going to go through her needs. The most important, most critical things for you to get are the timing and the motivation. It's also very important that you get something that we call the need behind the need. So if Kat shares with us that she's looking for a huge backyard, we want to understand why that's important to her. It sounds obvious, but I train people on this every day. Most of the time they miss the timing or the motivation, they don't get it all the way, and then they ask questions like, oh, so how many bedrooms do you want? And Kat may say, 4 bedrooms, and they go, great, they write that down. They don't take further notes about why that's important. And the problem is that handcuffs you in the future, because we all know that most buyers, when they start the process, they're unrealistic. And it's your job as the agent to help shift their expectations so that their budget, their location, all of the features that they're looking for come into alignment. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. You're going to hear us role play this conversation, and then we'll go for there. So Kat, I'm just going to take you through and ask you the questions,
okay,
but I'm going to emphasize first the timing and the motivation.
Got
okay?
it.
So you'll hear, guys, I don't spend a ton of time building rapport with her. Why? I'm a consultant, right? I want her to like me, but I don't need to spend 30 minutes of the meeting bullshitting about where we went to brunch. That is a waste of your time. I want you to stop doing that, because it cuts out your time in the end, which is when you're setting the realistic expectations. So here we go. Hi, Kat. Thank you so much for meeting me today.
Nice to meet
Keri.
you.
So today, what we're going to cover is just everything that's important to you in your search. I want to make sure I understand your time frame of when ideally you want to move, what's important to you about the move, any concerns that you have.
Okay.
And then we're going to jump into the process. And for a lot of first-time home buyers, they're intimidated. They don't know exactly how it's going to go. So my job as your agent is to walk you through step by step by step. We're going to do that today. And then you're going to be a little overwhelmed and you're going to forget half of what we talked about. And that's okay. I'm going to be here every step of the process. And then everyone's favorite part, we're going to jump into analyzing the market a little, looking at options that have sold recently, so you can study the market in advance.
Okay.
Because for most buyers, part of what creates anxiety about the process is wanting to make sure that they're making a secure investment and they understand the market.
Definitely.
Great. Is there anything that you want to cover today that we haven't talked about?
My time frame is I need to move within the next 3 months, really.
Okay.
So I think that's the biggest thing I'm worried about with the way the market's moving.
Of course, yeah, because the market's moving really fast. I'm sure you've heard people talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely discuss a little bit about that today. And then, have you talked to a lender yet and been approved?
Yeah, I've been talking to Bank of America, so I was going to apply for a home loan through them.
Okay, great. Good job taking that step. We'll talk
Thank
a
you.
little bit about the money too and make sure you're comfortable there.
Definitely.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. Well, we're going to jump right in. So you said the next 3 months. What's important about the timeline? Share a little bit about the details with me.
Yeah, so I guess my lease right now is month to month, but obviously they've increased the price. So I really don't want to continue to pay month to month, really more than 3 months. I really want to get into, my first home as soon as possible.
Okay, great. So if we found a home tomorrow, you would be excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your current lease payment right now?
It's $1,800.
$1,800. Okay, gotcha. And that money just goes down the drain every single month.
Yeah. It was $1,500, but it's $1,800 when I'm doing month to month.
Sure. So, Kat, your goal is to move in the next 3 months, and I know that the $1,800 a month just seems like a big waste of money.
Yeah.
What's actually prompting you to make a buying decision now?
Well, I've been living in the Arlington area for the last 5 years. Before that, I lived in DC for 3 years. And I really feel like I've put roots down, and I know this is where I want to be for at least a long time. So I just feel like it's time to finally buy my first place.
Okay. And gain some equity and have some upside of living in this market?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Tell me a little bit about the location that you want to live in. You said you live in Arlington now.
Yes.
Where in Arlington do you live?
I live right now in Ballston, but I really want to live in Clarendon. I absolutely love the Arlington area. So I really like North Arlington, but I really like to be in the mix of everything just because I work a lot. And so for me, it's so nice to be able to walk out of my apartment and be able to go out to dinner easily and not feel like I need to jump in a car and drive anywhere.
Okay, great. And Kat, just so you know, I'm taking notes because it's important to me that I grasp everything that you're talking about, and then we use all of this information to set up a winning search for you. So I'll just take some notes as you're talking. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. So North Arlington, and you like the proximity to the bars and the restaurants.
Yeah.
And where do you work right now?
I work in Roslyn right now. I have 1 day a week that I work from home, so it's kind of like a hybrid schedule, but for the most part, I'm really in the office. So it's important to me to be close to my office.
Okay. And is there anything particularly that you walk to right now that you want to stay close to or you want in the new location that you end up?
I like being close to a gym. I'm not married to my gym by any means, but I like to be able to walk to the gym. And then I love being able to walk to Trader Joe's. So right now there's like a Trader Joe's in Clarendon, and I love that one.
That's the one I used to shop at all the time.
Yeah. So I absolutely love that Trader Joe's. In general, I love the whole area. I lived in DC for a while, and it was just way too busy for me. So I like a little bit of a slower pace, but I still want to be near things.
Okay, that makes sense. So let me ask you, when you're saying close, what does close mean to you?
I think close to me means, a couple of blocks. Like I don't want to be more than 5 blocks from like the gym or the grocery store.
So really, really close. Okay. Now, are you thinking a condo, a townhome, a single family?
I was thinking a condo would probably make the most sense. I really only need 1 bedroom, so I was like, it's just me right now.
Gotcha. And what are the features that are most important to you in the condo?
Yeah, square footage is really important to me. So I need at least 800 square feet. I really do not like small condos.
Okay.
I love the idea of having like a larger master suite. Bathroom counter space is important to me. I really can't stand it when there's like no space and all my makeup and hair tools are falling everywhere. That just
like organization.
Yeah, it just creates stress for me. And I've dealt with that for a couple of years now. And I know there's like tools and things you can do. I want a big counter space in the bathroom.
Okay.
And then I do like to cook, but having a big kitchen is not like a huge deal breaker, but the bigger thing for me is having in-unit laundry.
Okay.
I haven't had that for a while, and so for me, when I'm buying my first place, like I need that. Like for me, that's a huge advantage of buying my first place.
Okay. Do you have to go to a laundry in your unit now, or do you have to go outside?
It's in the basement, so it's not terrible. It's just I've been doing it for, over 3 years, and it's just, it's tiring.
Yeah. It'll make a difference when you can just hang out and cook dinner while you're doing laundry.
Exactly.
Okay. What else?
I like a light-filled space, definitely. I would love a condo that has a pool. I'm not really tied to a gym because I know myself I'm always going to pay to go to a gym. So gym really isn't that important to me. I just know I won't make use of it.
Okay.
Like I might use it once or twice a year if it's snowing. But I do like to go to the gym. A pool would be really nice. I definitely am interested in that because I do love to spend time outside in like the warmer months. I know a lot of condos have like patios and balconies. It's not that important to me. Like I'd rather have the pool.
Okay.
I'm not the type of person to like sit out on my patio with my coffee. Like I'm probably in a rush running to the office, so it's not, I just know it's something I wouldn't make use of. And then I really like modern finishes, so I like a white kitchen, stainless steel, marble countertops, or granite countertops. Marble would be nice, but granite.
Okay. And stainless. And you said you prefer which color of cabinets?
White.
White cabinets, okay.
And I'm a single girl, so I really don't want to have to be doing any renovations. I want to be able to move in and not have to worry about painting or carpet or anything. That all just causes me a lot of stress, the thought of that. And I know that might seem silly, but I don't want to do anything.
When I bought my first condo, I was single and in your shoes, and I completely understand. The good news is, Kat, when you're hiring me, you're also hiring my team of experts. So if there's something like the carpet's beautiful, but it's tan and I prefer gray, I can help you take care of all those things and make it seamless before you move in.
Amazing.
So we'll make sure that you walk in and you go, I'm home. Okay. Anything else about your needs that we haven't talked about?
No, I don't think so. Like I know a lot of people need like an in-home like office space. Like I don't really need that. For me, it's more important to have like a large master bedroom and just to have a large space, but I don't need like a separate space for an office or anything. I'll like work from the couch. Like I know myself, I would never use the desk.
Okay, gotcha. And what are you thinking in terms of your monthly payment that you're desiring?
So I hadn't really thought of that, but I do know I don't want to spend more than $450. That's what I've been approved for with Bank of America.
Okay. So your desired price range is $450 and less. And do you remember when they broke that down for you? Did they give you like a sheet that helped you understand the payment? But you're not really sure.
No.
Okay. So your price range is more driven by what you're qualified for than by the monthly payment. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to pause for a moment and talk to you guys. Now, a lot of agents don't dig into the finances of their client. I am the opposite because I feel it is very important that you can advise your client on how to get creative with their situation, especially when the market's moving quickly and you have to write winning offers. So you're going to see in just a moment how I ask her about the finances. You saw that. You always want to understand if the buyer's price range is driven by qualification or by a comfort of the monthly payment, okay? So we'll dig into that a little bit more, but I'm going to shift back. I hope you are getting so much out of this training. And today, I'm going to make you a special offer since you're a podcast listener. If you would like to get access to all of our courses that have helped our team sell billions of dollars of real estate, and you want to be part of our inner circle where you get access to ask us questions and learn a lot about scaling your real estate business to set you up for success, we're going to let you join today for just $1. So you're going to get the 1-week membership for just $1 to try out learning from all of our courses and joining our inner circle. If you're interested in joining our inner circle, go to hyperfasttrial.com. Okay, Kat, so share with me, what is your annual income?
It's $120.
$120, okay. And how much have you saved?
I have $30,000 in savings right now.
Excellent, okay. And how much are you planning to put down?
I was thinking the $30,000.
Okay.
I was thinking that made sense.
Gotcha. Okay, now do you have any money set aside in your 401k?
I do, but I don't want to touch it.
Okay. And how much do you have set aside?
Right now it's 15,000.
15,000. Okay, so you've really set yourself up well. Now let's talk a little bit about debts. Do you have any credit card debt?
What do you mean?
Well,
Like I pay off my credit card.
If you pay it every month?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then no. If you have a balance that you keep on it and then you make a minimum monthly payment, that's when it would be counted against your debt to income ratios.
Okay. No, I pay it off every month.
Okay, great. What about student loans?
I do not have student loans.
Wow, amazing. Okay, no student loans. Any child support, alimony?
No.
Okay. Car payment?
Yes, it's $500 a month.
Okay. And you said you're pre-approved by Bank of America. How did you select Bank of America?
I currently bank with them, and when I went in for a meeting about my IRA, I'd mentioned that I was interested in buying my first home, so we kind of went from there.
Excellent. Okay. And what's most important to you when you're selecting an agent?
I think I'm really nervous about the home buying process just because I've been renting for so long and I feel like I've identified exactly where I want to live, but I feel like the market's moving really fast. And so I just want someone that's going to work with me and understand what's important to me, but like also not push me. Like when I say like, this is what I want, like it's like, that's what I want if I'm going to buy. Mm-hmm. So I just want to make sure someone like understands what's important to me.
Sure. So you want someone who's going to listen to the whole package.
Yeah.
And then help you accomplish your goals and support you.
Definitely.
Okay, great. Well, I help a lot of first-time home buyers, and I promise you we're going to be going through this process step by step, and I'm never going to push you. I will always educate you about what to expect next so you're never surprised.
Thank you. That sounds really good.
Awesome. Fabulous. Is there anything else that you wanted to discuss that we haven't discussed yet?
Yes. So my parents are planning on gifting me $30,000, but it's conditional upon that it's in the Arlington area because they know I get really burnt out if I'm not close to like my office. So they only want to be a part of the process if it's exactly what I want.
So a gift, but with some terms that are looking out for your best interests.
It's with good intentions.
That's great. And do you think your parents will be involved throughout the process, or are you making the decision on your own, and as long as it's in Arlington, they're gifting?
I'm making the decision. It's really more that as long as it's in Arlington and, you know, it's in not on the first floor has been like their only thing that they've said to me. They're like, don't live on they're like, don't live on the first floor. You know, you're a single girl. But other than that, really, there aren't any other strings with it. They just want me to choose the absolute best option for myself.
Wonderful. That's amazing. I can't tell you how many parents gift their kids and then they want to control the whole process. So it's nice that your parents are gifting you and being flexible and letting you have that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. And then I just want to confirm that I have the right email for you, Keri Shull team.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And then what's the best phone number if I'm texting you during the day because there's a property that popped up or something that's really urgent?
Yeah, it's 757-123-4466.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I think I have a really good understanding of what's important to you and what you're looking for. Now the next step in the process is for us to walk through each step and kind of answer any questions that you have. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that wasn't hard, right? We were just digging into all of her needs, helping her to frame what she's looking for. There's a few key points that I want you to listen for. So what she's set up right now for her goals are not realistic. Now notice, in this part of the process, it's about rapport building through asking questions and giving her attention and showing her that we're supporting her. A lot of agents would say, well, Kat, what you're looking for doesn't exist. This is not the time to do that. You take careful notes. You're going to use the reality check at the end of the process after you have her commitment to work together to reset her expectations. So that's something I hear a lot of agents do, and they say they're doing it to save themselves time. But the problem is you haven't earned the right to tell someone that they can't buy what they want. This is my opinion and how I've converted hundreds and thousands of buyers over time. I think if you've driven to the appointment, if you've already spent the time preparing for the appointment and sitting down, it makes sense to handle the process. It's going to take you 30 minutes to go through this, and then you're sharing the information about the market at the end, which you've already had their commitment and have them excited at that point. So I think that it's really important that you handle it step by step by step. I didn't say to her, would you consider South Arlington? I didn't start going down the path of shifting her expectations. And sometimes it's hard as the agent when you know the expectations need to shift to hold on. But hold that stuff in, get all their needs on paper, and then you transition to the process. So another quick tip, never take notes on your laptop about what's important to the client. You're putting up a barrier, and so it's hard to establish great rapport when you have technology in the way. And yes, I'm gonna have to transition my notes into my CRM, but I would rather not be distracted on my CRM and having emails pop up and things happen and not giving her presence. That's really important in developing a deeper relationship with your client. Thank you for listening to this episode of the HyperFast Show. I hope you took a few nuggets away from that you can execute in your business. Now I want to ask you, are you truly looking to scale your business? If you are, I offer free coaching, lower commission, revenue share, and stock awards for the agents that choose to partner with me at eXp. And I would like to personally be in your corner. That's right, I coach real estate agents to build teams. And as part of my organization with eXp, you get access to me personally. I'm there to help you grow your production in real estate, scale your team, create revenue share, which some of you may have skepticism about revenue share, but let me tell you this. In just 6 short months, I've been able to cap out the number of agents I need in my personal line. So now I'm only looking for a few more partners that want to grow something, and my time is going to be pouring into their success. If you can imagine this partnership benefiting you, I invite you to reach out to myself and my husband, Dan Lesniak. Send me an email directly. KeriShullTeam.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon.